I'm not from Springboro. I'm not from Centerville. I'm not from Monroe. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. And I make music that is faith-based. I talk about a lot of inspirational things that everybody goes through on a day-to-day basis. And it's just positive music at the end of the day, bro.
Fantastic. AD, what do you do? Are you a member of creating a movement as well, or?
That's AD.
Oh. Okay.
I'm Lav. I rap. So, I mean, I do all type of music.
The freestyle
man. I done
guy.
touched, yeah. I've been
freestyle guy.
been in battle rap. So I was in a battle rap league last summer.
I could never do that.
Nah, it's pretty easy. But yeah, I got all type of songs, man. So I do it all.
Me trying to do a freestyle rap is like Bambi learning how to walk. It's like So is this like inspiration, like Christian or?
I don't want to be like too, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's more like just real life, like what we go through every day, and we trying to take the positive out of everything. Like a lot of people, they get down. Like there's this saying out there. It says, if everybody in the world throws all their problems in a bucket, I guarantee you'll want to pick yours back versus what everybody else is going through. So it's like just a lot of people try to get themselves more down about what they're going through, and it's like just take the positives and just keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because every day is a new day and a new fight.
No dollar.
And because because like what you're doing may not be what everyone else is going through. Like for example, you may be led on by someone, but then someone else might have like an addiction problem. So your problem is nothing in comparison to them.
Exactly.
And I've actually had problems with both, but I am been clean for 4 years, so I'm very happy about that.
Oh wow. Salute to that.
So I've really turned my life around. That's happened when I was 17, so I've stopped ever since, and I'm 21 now.
Word.
So
You're married?
no.
Oh.
Where's that going from?
I thought I heard him say he was married.
I'd be I try and be honest, unlike Brian Williams, who lied about being in Iraq. So our first story of the day is, as we all know, last night was the Duke North Carolina basketball game.
Bruh.
Man, that was
My
intense.
gosh.
That was hard.
They lost by 2 points, bruh.
What happened?
In
I
overtime.
wanted- believe it or
2
not,
points
I
in
wanted
overtime, bruh.
Believe it or not, I wanted Duke.
Man, forget
But,
Duke. Forget Duke, bruh.
But
I like Duke.
But one of my favorite parts of the entire game, aside from Duke winning, was the tribute they did to Dean Smith before the game.
True.
That was truly an act of class.
Right.
And one of the best things I've ever seen in sports, next to what Devin Gardner did in the Ohio State game, checking up on JT Barrett.
Right.
And those are probably the 2 greatest moments in sports I've ever seen in my entire life, because it shows that, you know, when someone's down, like really hurt or even dead, put rivalry aside and join with them and hope they do well. And in fact, Devin Gardner actually got a letter from Ohio State's president commending that there needs to be more student athletes like him.
Word.
Yeah. Wow. And he's actually in graduate school getting a master's in social work.
Hey, shout out to Ohio State, bro, for winning that championship.
Hey. I'm a Michigan fan. Come on.
Oh
man.
my gosh. You're a
We
Michigan
all those State
fan.
fans.
Hey, look, yeah, you see the
Don't
old
kill
state
us.
on the shirt.
Don't kill us.
You see the old state on the shirt.
Hey,
Kill
we got Jim Harbaugh, so it's gonna turn around.
Man.
Hey,
No, we
hey.
not.
We got Jim Harbaugh.
Don't put your faith all in one man. It's still a team effort. Still
Hey,
a team
I
effort.
put all my faith in God. And that's what you
Hey, okay,
well,
okay.
That's God.
And,
Jim Harbaugh.
But I had a relative who played for Michigan in the '60s, so I got a justifiable reason why I like him. And speaking of Brian Williams, our next story is about his daughter defending his dad, and amidst the situation has put her wedding plans on hold. Allison Williams has spoken out in defense of her NBC Nightly News anchor father, Brian Williams, who's been suspended for 6 months without pay for lying about being in a helicopter that was shot down by an RPG in the Iraq War in 2003. During a question and answers with Seth Meyers on his show, the Peter Pan actress spoke out about the strain her father's high-profile disgrace has put on the entire family, and talked publicly for the first time about her faith in the man she insists is truthful and honest. So overall with what Brian Williams did, do you see that as desperation for ratings or just trying to put himself in a better public image?
I want to know, what was his career like before he
Right,
did
he
it? Like,
was-
it
What was
on
the dude doing?
on a slope or something?
He was when in the Iraq War.
Yeah, like, was he
was
booming?
he
or
was in a helicopter.
No, I'm saying, what was his career like? Was he losing ratings or something? So maybe he needed to.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that maybe his ratings weren't really that great, and then by saying that he survived the helicopter crash, it makes him look even better.
Yeah,
So he got
that's
good
what I'm
ratings.
thinking. That was a bad move. He shouldn't have did that.
But he got away with it for 12 years. But then finally a couple Marines. Spoke out, kind of ratted him out, and I was like, "You weren't in that helicopter. You were in the helicopter right behind that one." So you know it's bad when a Marine calls you out on it.
Hey man, shout out to the people in the Army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they put their lives at risk every day to ensure that we have the very freedoms we have.
Right.
And what we can do is also be on this radio show, but the fact that we also get to enjoy everything, all the great things that we have in America, which seemingly we take for granted. And I read a book called Escape from Camp 14, which is about the only person to ever survive a North Korean prison camp and physically live to tell the tale. He actually lives in Columbus, where he survived like an electric fence, being roasted alive like a chicken, like rotisserie style.
Wow.
Survived that, and
Ooh,
basically
that's nasty.
basically went through things that I would never wish upon anybody. And it's really a shame that no one does anything about North Korea, because that is violation of human rights.
Right.
What about ISIS? I know you.
Yeah,
know
ISIS.
Oh, did you hear about that, bro?
They
are
Did you hear about
Yeah,
that?
beheading 21 Christians, that is...
Did you see the
simply-
That made me so mad, bro, when I saw that.
was extremely dismayed because...
Was it 21 or 22?
21.
It was 21.
Have you seen the video?
I did see
They got
the
a video?
It sickened me.
It's disgusting.
It was atrocious, and people say, I mean, I'm not bashing the religion of Islam, but they say, they say that it's a peaceful religion, but
Right.
when you see things like ISIS and ISIL, it's like, are
Right.
you sure?
Right.
But see, I know some people who are, with the Nation of Islam.
I'm
That's
not.
a bad representation.
It is a
for
horrible
ISIS
representation for it.
to be
I
doing
really hope they don't come over to America, bro.
I'm
Like,
I'm pretty sure they won't.
that. They're too small.
you never know, cause they, you know what I'm saying? My friend, when I was on the road, they picked up this dude from Europe, and they were asking him all these questions when he was coming over to America about being in ISIS and stuff like that. They're like, "Are you in ISIS?" And do you know about ISIS and all that stuff? So I don't think it will happen, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
It's the last
With,
days, bro.
When did you get into like this style of music?
Man, since I came out the womb, I'm just playing. Nah, I guess I got started when I first when I was at church. My boy Milan was rapping and stuff like that, and he kind of inspired me to rap. What really got me to faith-based rap is one time, like when I'm at school, right? I always write all my raps down on paper when I'm at school, because we weren't allowed to have our phones out and stuff like that. So one day my mom found one of my like raps like in the laundry.
Yeah.
And she read it, and I was like talking about like shooting people and killing people and like selling drugs, like stuff.
I'm guessing she was not a big fan of that.
stuff that I don't even do. You know what I'm saying? She was like, if you're gonna rap about anything, you need to rap about God or whatever. And that's like that kind of started like the whole thing.
Kind of a revelation.
Yeah, that kind of started like me rapping. And then when I graduated high school, 2 year in 2013. That's when I really took rap seriously, because I had so much time to dedicate my music to, as opposed to, you know, having homework or like having basketball games and stuff like that. So
in terms of like with high schools, I'm going to be a teacher, and I feel called by God to be a teacher because I did a service learning project last year for a class called Education in a Democracy, and the school I was sent to Dunbar High School.
Dunbar? Oh yeah, they threw you to the wolves, bro.
They well, it was definitely a culture shock, but it was definitely an eye opener, because it really made me appreciate what it. Because most of the times, like, I didn't get this the other day.
What'd you see when you went to Dunbar?
I saw that some kids were. I saw that some of these kids were just wasting potential and doing a disservice by having. I'm not bashing their teachers, but they definitely aren't.
They don't care.
Aren't up to the level of what they're supposed to do.
One thing that I just want to speak on about as far as like the teachers and like just school curriculum period. So I do a lot of research on a whole lot of different stuff. I got a lot of time on my hands, and one thing that I learned is that like schools like in the inner city, like your Dunbars, your Thurgoods, and all of that nature, they get like the bottom bearer of teachers. They don't get the top notch teachers that the more privileged schools get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's
I see what you mean.
Even the kids that excel in what really are they? On what level are they excelling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. And you know, it's not really up to par when even their teachers think I'm a genius.
Exactly.
And the fact that their students like me, their students actually tend to like me more than their actual teachers, which I found both kind of bad and kind of good, because it was bad because they're supposed to show as much respect as they can towards the teachers. I mean, I had teachers which I really didn't like, but I respected them. And I also had teachers where I really did like them, so I did well for them. But also with the teachers I didn't like, but I still did well with them because I knew what would happen if I did not do well. And I found out all these different ways for students to help them remember stuff. And before I did it, I had to tutor like 24 students. I only saw maybe somewhere between 4 to 6 actually. He's kind of like living example of, you know, just because you're in this situation that you can be more than that. Okay. And it's one thing which really showed me that these kids can be just like Norris if they really.
He was president as far as high school or college?
Of high school for National Honor Society. Okay. He was the president of that.
Yeah. So
yeah, you got to motivate these kids. You know what I'm saying?
It's
motivation.
It's a mixture of a whole lot. Like this conversation could get so deep, but it's a mixture of a lot of things that go into the mindsets of kids in these schools. You know, but there's always those few that stick out and go above and beyond.
All right, we also have another guy on the show. Joe Salvucci's here. What's up, guy? What's up,
How you doing?
This is Cam.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Cam.
What's up, bro?
AD.
AD.
Natalie, the fantastic photographer. And
Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is Mark. Laugh. This is Laugh.
How you doing, Mark?
And now that we will continue our deep discussion after a music break. We are starting off with a band.